to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade.
Already mic testing, mic testing. Okay, perfect. Let me go to my main camera. There we go. Already we're live, and as you guys can tell by title and thumbnail, today is the day 100 where I think like 1/3 of the way there are shy, less than 1/3 of the way there, because this is a 365 days series where last stream I did work on building the predictive model, but I could not complete it. I calculated I have been working on this project too for the past 8 days. 8 days. So today I am going to be completing this project too, hopefully. I don't want to pull the stream up to, let's say, as far as like 8 hours or 9 hours, but I will try to complete this predictive model today so we can work with phase 3, which is deep learning, starting from day 101. That's it, let's go to my gameplay screen. There we go. Hey. Bro, your hard work inspires me so well. You appreciate you, nobody. That actually means the world to me, guys. Okay, that said, this is a Clouds' brand new chat. I will be touch typing while following a 25 to 5 minutes Pomodoro session where every 25 minutes I get a 5 minutes break, and every 4 sessions of 25 minutes I get a 10 minutes break. Hold on, I didn't start the timer yet. Let me just go ahead and restart it. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna start the timer in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. There we go. Okay, and I think I did say that this is Clouds' brand new chat, so let me say something like sensei live exclamation. I always miss the quote while touch typing, even though I use it literally every single stream. Okay, let's go, chat. Buckle up. This is the Viv Universe's data frame. This is the day Viv Universe's data frame stops being a spreadsheet and starts becoming a model. Day 100 territory right here. You cleaned every column, you dropped the censored rows, you did the work nobody skips ahead to, and it pays off today. We did actually work on cleaning a bunch of things from the data, to be honest. I do understand why we did that though. Today, data frame becomes predictions. Here's the order. No detours. Train/test split. Did you know this code from model evaluation? Straight application, no reteaching. I do remember this. Train a regression model. Linear regression to start, already covered in phase 2, okay. RMSE/MAE, okay, this is something that I did not work with. The one genuinely new concept today, full explanation, first pass, and then client write-up turns numbers into a story someone who's never seen your code could act on. Oh, I see. Okay, so where's your head at right now on test/split right now? I remember concept, but want a quick refresher on the syntaxes. Yeah, I do need a quick refresher on the syntaxes. And we can be shellacking today. Okay, fair enough. That's honest and that's the right instinct. No shame in a refresher. The shame would be of faking it and getting a garbage split. Quick rebuild, not a reteach. You already know why. The Y one line, wait, what? You already own the Y one line. You split data frame into a chunk the model learns from train. and a chunk it's never seen on test. So when you score it later, your score honestly not memorization from sklearn.model underscore selection. I want to import train underscore test underscore split. I do actually remember working with this. I go with something like x equals to, and x is our data while y is our prediction. X equals to df.drop, which requires two parameters. First parameter is median underscore house underscore value. The second parameter is axis equals to 1. And then our prediction is going to be median underscore house underscore value. And then we create four variables: x train, x test, y train, y test. We said that equal to the train underscore test underscore splits function that we imported from the sk.model underscore selections library. There we go ahead and add our data frame, our prediction. Well, I mean, not data frame. Our x is basically our valued, should I say our clean data that our model actually uses to learn and make predictions. Okay, and then y is our test. Wait, and did I start my recording? Please tell me. Oh god, I did not. Let's start recording. There we go. Yeah, because sometimes I get good shorts from this. Okay, where was I? Okay, there. And then test size is 0.2. Random state is 42. The reason we have random state is so our program can be reproducible. Every single time I run my program, I'm going to get the same exact output and not like a random output every single time. Walk that with me before you touch your keyboard. X equals to everything except the target, every feature your model gets to look at. Y equals to only the target, the answer key, median underscore house underscore value. Train underscore test underscore split takes those two and hands back four things in the exact order. Okay, so, everything except the target, every feature your model gets looked at, okay? Only the target, the answer, okay? Now, one question, before I ask a question though, takes those two and hands you back four things in this exact order. The four things is x train, x test, y train, y test. Test underscore size equals to 0.2, 20% held back for testing, 80% for training. Okay, so 0.2 is basically testing. It does say test size, and 80% on training. Random underscore state equals to 42 locks random shuffle, so it's reproducible. You get the same split every time you rerun it, so the results stay comparable. Before you write a single line, predict for me, given df.shape is 19,675 and 15. So those 19k rows and 15 columns, how many rows do you expect x underscore train versus x underscore test? And how many columns should x have compared to the data frame? How many rows do you expect x underscore train versus y underscore test? They should have all the rows. No. This is median underscore. Okay, for this, we need to open our Visual Studio Code to actually literally freaking fact check this stuff. This is IOStream. This is C++, right? Oh wait, this is for my C++ series. Wait, hold on. There we go. Okay, this is my Python one. Whoops, I forgot to change this stuff. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of extend this. There we go. We're gonna go a bit there. And now let's open our Visual Studio Code again, where I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. Now, in the zoom in, we need to find our median underscore house underscore value, which is my median underscore house underscore value. Okay, that is that. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly print something. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick look at our data. So I'm gonna go ahead and print my df at index of a median underscore house underscore value dot the shape. I want to see the shape in rows and columns for my median underscore house underscore value. And then I'm gonna go with control backslash to grab my terminal here. And by God, why does WSL always open? I want it to be my PowerShell. Now, first things first, I'm gonna change my directory to be my current directory, which is gonna be project hyphen 2 hyphen I don't know, housing. There we go. Yeah, the name is literally written up there. And then I'm gonna go with something like py, because I want to run a Python file, and then I'm gonna go with my file name and its extension eda.py. Alright, let's go to the very bottom. We just need to work with the bottom one. So we got 19,675 rows for our median underscore house underscore shape, but we do not have any values. Oh, wait. I could do this, actually. Hold on. Let me try this out. Now let's go with py.py again. Okay, so tuple object is not callable. So shape is not a method, it's an attribute. Okay, well, it was an attribute to begin with. What if I go with something like dot describe? So that is the shape. I want to go ahead and look at its describe now. We're going to go with py, eda.py. Okay, so the description apparently is median. Okay, it's F64. Okay, so describe is clearly not the keyword. That's not the keyword as well. Clip is not the keyword. Data types to list. Shape is pretty much it. Okay, so it should be shape. Alright, so the shape part was correct. I'm gonna remove this because I just needed to fact check that. Now, let's grab plot back here. Reading the question again, how many rows do you expect in x underscore train and versus x underscore test? X underscore train is about to be our 80%, while x underscore test is about to be our 20% because of our test size here. So it's x, right? So what is 80%? So we need to go with something like x equals to 80 divided by 100 multiplied by 19,675. Yeah, the reason I wrote it out is because I don't know how to calculate percent without really writing the equation, because apparently it's easy to find percent. We go with something like what is 80% of x? If you want to actually convert this to an equation like I did up here, it's kind of easy. What is basically our question mark? 80% is basically x divide or 80 divided by 100. Of stands for multiplication. X is basically going to be our number here. What is 80% of this number, which is going to be 19,000. There we go. And if you want to find that, you just go with x equals to 80% of some certain number. Okay, but then I did it really quick up there. That's it. Let me grab my calculator back up here. In my calculator, we're gonna go with something like... Wait, according to PEMDAS, what comes first? DEM. Division comes first. 80 divided by 100 is gonna be equal to 0.8. What is 0.8 multiplied by 19,675? 15,740. Okay, so 15,740. I expect to have 15,740 rows for the x underscore train. And let's go with something like... Wait, x underscore train, because 80% of... Wait, that is test size, right? Or this is going to be x underscore test in that case. No, that's 0.2. This train is correct because 80% of 19,675 is... Because 80% of 9,675 is 15740. Okay, let's answer second stuff. I expect to have dash rows for the x underscore test, because 20% of dash is dash dash dash. Actually, wait, I don't need dash 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 here. Hold on. Dash 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 is basically a placeholder of 19675. Okay, so now let's do the math again. So we're gonna go with something like x equals to 20%. So we're gonna go with 20 divided by 100. Whoops. 20 divided by 100 multiplied by 19675. 3,000. Okay, let's plus this. Wait, let me go with something like I expect to have, let's add 3,935. Okay, because it's 3,935. Okay, now just to fact check if I'm correct here, I'm gonna go ahead and add this up with. We're gonna go with something like plus 15,740. Should give me 9675. Okay, perfect. And then once I'm done with this, I guess we're gonna read the second part. And how many columns should X have compared to data frame? X should, I believe that X is going to have 0 columns. Because I tried the dot shape attribute. Wait, the shape is supposed to be lowercase, right? I tried the dot shape attribute on my was it median? On my median underscore house underscore value. There, I just got, let's go with 19,675, comma, and nothing else. There we go, and then we're gonna go ahead and just send it. Okay, rose match, perfect, let's go, let's go! Okay, wait, oh, wow. Okay, I thought that I'm gonna have a mistake there, but, well, I guess I did not. I think that I understood this concept in that case. The column part, you're not wrong about what you observed, but let's slow down because you asked 2 different questions and mix the answers together. DF, you check DF at index of median underscore house underscore value dot shape and got 9675, comma. What did you just isolate there? The whole data frame or just one column pulled out by itself? Just one column. Oh yeah, I did do just one column. How the hell would I expect to get more than one then? Right, and that's why not X. Y is supposed to be one column, one flat list of answers. For Y is correct and expected, but I asked for X. Oh, different object, different question. Here's the thing to trace. DF has 15 columns total. Dot drop median underscore house underscore value axis equals to 1. Removes exactly one of them. How many columns does X have? 14 columns. Okay, also, how does... Oh, wait, did we drop? When the genuine hell did we drop squat here? I don't see us. Oh, we did drop a column. I see. You have Claude Pro or something? Actually, no, this is the free version of Claude. I'm currently using the Sonnet 5 at, let's say, extra effort level. Honestly, because I feel like Claude literally does the teaching part perfectly without me even having to, let's say, get the premium. But then, the premium would definitely be better, to be honest. Although, I feel like eventually later on in this series when I am literally working on building the agentic AI or fully autonomous agentic AI and the regular Claude is not able to, let's say, teach me the accurate stuff, I may think about it. But for now, I think the regular Claude does everything. That's it, 14, exactly right. So lock in that distinction because this is the kind of thing that bites. Get it? Bites people later when they're debugging a shape mismatch error at 2 a.m. Wow, people do that at 2 a.m. X is a two-dimensional table, rows and columns. Dot shape gives you 19675 rows and 14 columns. Y is a one-dimensional flat list. Rows only. Dot shape gives you 19,675 rows. Different dimensionality on purpose. The model reads X has a full table of feature per row and Y has one number per row to predict. Now go write it for real. Open eda.py and then import. And then import. Add the import and the 4 lines we walked through. Okay, run it and print the dot shape for all 4 objects. Okay. This shouldn't be that hard. This shouldn't be that hard, to be honest. I'm gonna try to not see it and just do it by myself. But I added like a bajillion print statements here. This is so confusing, but that's fine. Now, I'm gonna go with something like from sklearn.model_selection. I want to go ahead and import test_train_split. This is our function that we're gonna go ahead and use. Scrolling all the way down, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go ahead and create an X variable that is gonna be equal to, let's go with something like data frame dot drop. Yeah, this is purely memory. With not much understanding for the time being. Even though I did understand the concept, I need to see the output to know what were we trying to get on when doing this. I mean, I know we're trying to, let's say, clean our data and like give ourselves literal data for our model to actually learn from it. And that's why we spent like 8 days working on cleaning our whole freaking data frame in order to have it be less messy. Okay, so I want to go ahead and drop my median_house. And then, did we need access equals to 1? I'm pretty sure we needed this. I'm pretty sure. And then we go with something like y. That is going to be equal to df at index of median_house_values. I'm setting my median_house_values for my y, which is going to be my prediction, while dropping my median_house_values from my x. And then we're going to go ahead and create 4 variables. Wait. Okay, it's correct. I'm going to create an x_train variable. And then I'm going to go ahead and create an x_test variable. And then I'm going to go ahead and create a y_train variable. And then I'm going to go ahead and create a y_test variable. That is going to be equal to the function that I imported, which is my test_train_splits function. And now, this function, can I go in a new line like C++? I'm pretty sure this is Python and it's like illegal to do that in Python. Is it? Can I? Does it work? Does it work like this? Hello? Okay, where my this function is gonna go ahead and let's say have a few parameters. First is gonna be x, second is gonna be y, third is gonna be test_size, that is gonna be equal to 0. I forgot the fourth parameter. Fourth parameter is going to be random_state. Oh, I don't know how the hell am I remembering all this stuff. I have worked with this before just for the exposure phase, so I could be exposed to these terms. However, this is the first time, like, these things are just randomly popping up in my head. Wow. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and let's say print. Now, what did Claude ask me to print? We print the shape of all 4 objects. So I'm going to go with an empty print statement. I'm going to go with another empty print statement. And then I'm going to go with a literal print statement. Okay, this print statement is going to be having x_train dot the shape attribute. And then I'm going to go with another print statement. this is gonna have x underscore test dot the shape attribute. And then I'm gonna go with another print statement that is gonna be having y underscore train dot shape as an attribute. And lastly, I'm gonna go ahead and print y underscore test dot shape as my fourth and final attribute. I'm gonna need controllers to save the code, control backslash to grab my output, and why the hell do I keep getting WSL rather than PowerShell? Is there a way to set PowerShell to be my default? Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and firstly change my directory to project -2 -housing. And then we're gonna go with something like py by file eda.py with its extension. Wow. Cannot import train underscore test underscore split from sk model underscore selection. That was my bad for the typo, so it's model SELECTION. Didn't I spell model selection correct? SELECTION. SELECTION. Isn't that test underscore? Oh, it's train. My bad. Are you doing linear regression? Actually, no, I am done with linear regression. I am currently using those concepts, but to build, let's say, my project 2, which is a predictive model. My bad. I had a tiny mismatch. It's train underscore test underscore splits his method, right? Did I write split down here? Well, we don't see it. There we go. Okay, this was a small little typo, but it's nothing. It's not a logical error. It's just basically a syntactual one. I went test underscore train. It's train underscore test. Now let's save the code and go with something like pyeda.py. And then let's send it. Oh yeah, you're hiding observer. Appreciate you joining the stream. Key error median underscore house underscore a value from ERR. ERR stands for error. Wait a minute. So, self.engine.log and then pandas underscore library, all that stuff. Key error median underscore house underscore values. Oh, okay, my bad. This is gonna be singular, not plural. Okay, now let's go with pyeda.py. There we go. Okay, we're close. We're getting there. Hold on a damn minute. Parameter contains parameter equals to function name. Utils parameter invalid. The test size parameter of the train underscore test underscore split must be a float in the range of 0.0, 1.0, and integer in the range. Okay, one mistake could be the parameters that I kind of forgot. I did add the parameters correct. So x and y. Median underscore. It's correct, isn't it? Oh, wait. That's time. Hold on. I took linear regression in school. It's actually really interesting. And actually, it is. Also, if you're doing AI, I suggest DataCamp. Actually, I do have a roadmap for my AI engineering series. Although I think it does have DataCamp. I need to fact check that. That said, it is time for a break. Moving on. Let me try some chess. Hold on. I want to play a coach. Last stream, I was playing with the Botas sisters, but I could not play another match. I want to play them at, let's say, an advanced level with 1600 elos. And I guess let's go. I'm gonna start the timer too. Whoops, wait, you guys couldn't learn anything. You guys couldn't hear anything. Okay, hold on. I forgot to connect my damn headphones. Wait a minute. Wait, let me go to my Bluetooth. There we go. Can you guys hear? Okay, so I'm gonna start with E5, E4. Okay, wait. I don't know what's wrong with the audio, but I guess you guys should be able to listen to it now. That's it. We did the Most basic book move e5. Hello, can't let you grab the center that easily. e4. We like e4. The king's pawn controls the center. I mean, that's the most classic generic move. Now I attack. Another book move. Another book move. Oh wow. However, I'm gonna go ahead and let's say protect my pawn while going here.
Time to open up the scope of our bishop.
Time to open up the scope of our bishop. Oh wow, of course they're gonna go with the London. Now that's gonna go somewhere in the center, right? I wanna avoid that from happening. Therefore, I'm gonna go ahead and move on here. I wish they had more audios. It makes it interactive. There.
We love these long, slow games. You'll spot new patterns and level up.
Okay, I'm gonna go there so I can retake my pawn.
That's the right idea. You've created a battery. Your pieces are so much happier working together. Gotta defend our pawn. Gotta keep it safe. Gotta keep it alive.
Oh god, guys, Andrea is funny as frick. Hold on. In case you guys don't know who Andrea is, they're like the Bota sisters. You guys can actually look them up on YouTube as well. I used to watch them a lot back when I used to like play chess. Okay, I could take that. Let's actually take it with my pawn. Oh, wait, hold on.
You're really coming for us with those moves. You're really coming for us with those moves. We're actually super impressed.
How is that a... Wait, how is that a... How is that a great move, guys? Am I gonna get cooked here?
See any trades?
I do see a trade, as a matter of fact.
You took our attacking knight. Noise, noise!
Nice. I'm still the center. I'm still the centerpiece, okay? I've got 100% control over the center. I believe I do. I could take that and potentially ruin their pawn structure, but I won't do that because it doesn't seem nice.
Careful, your pawn is under-defended and vulnerable to attack. How about you take back your move and try again?
This is why I like playing with chess
Look for another
engines.
move and take your time.
Okay, look. They're 1600 elos while I'm what, I don't know what, 500 elo. Pawn is under defended. Wait, why? How did we both do an inaccuracy?
See any trades?
Wait, are we both making blunders now?
Pawns are great at kicking pieces away. Is there a pawn that works?
For sure.
We're building up the attack. More pieces. We're building up the attack. More pieces joining the party. Do you see the threat yet?
Taken back is like a must, LOL.
Bishop
We
or
are
knight, I
clearing
do it
the path to
anytime.
castle kingside soon. Yes, you strike at the center looking for board control. We love it. Whew, we freed up our bishop to defend against your attack. We had to.
Alright, okay. I'm gonna go right there. Takes. Okay, well the time did say it's up, but hold on. I'm gonna complete this match and then go.
Take a look. I can now take your undefended pawn.
Oh, okay.
Back we go.
I'm playing against an advanced player. Okay, I should at least be getting two free moves. I don't know. What do I do here? What's a good move? Maybe get bishop. Bishop is in its right place. Unless that comes here. So to avoid that, I could go here.
Our rooks are lonely. We need to get them working together for some serious power.
I can go there, and then I'm gonna go there. Nope. I can go there, and then I'm gonna go there. I can go there. I can go there.
Ah, be careful putting your knight on the edge. Knights on the rim, usually pretty grim.
Okay, you know what? I don't blame him. There isn't any good moves out here to do in general. They're all in white squares. God damn it. Plunger? Wait, they did a plunger. They did a plunger. They did a plunger. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. With the blunder. Wait, a blunder? How is that a blunder? Wait a minute. I may be able to beat them. I may be able to beat them. A blunder. Wait, I'm gonna pause the timer. I'll just leave it going. Take. How is that a blunder? I go there. I am not protected. I take. Bishop takes. What was the king protecting from back there? I go there. I go there. Check. King is forced to move. King may go back up there. Then the blunder is going to be back. What is the best move? Okay, can you guys see the best move here? I go there. Damn it, if I didn't have this, I could push that, and then I could go there, and then I could take, do this, do that. How is it a blunder? Defending our knight. I'm still so damn confused. Takes. There. Okay, I don't know. This is way too smart for me if that's actually a blunder. Take the bishop. Takes. There. I'll just check.
Yes, those rook moves are on point. How do we stop you?
Wait, why are they making so many blunders now? Having B there would have been a good move.
Gotta contest that open file. Sorry, not sorry.
That's a blunder. Could have just taken it. It's a free. Oh no, we can't use the pawn. I gotta keep up the attack. I have to. How is that a blunder? What's the best move? I can clearly take. Let me go here. Take. I'm clearly a step ahead. Oh, god damn this.
Bingo, nice one. Very solid capture. Taking back.
I'd do this trade any day, any night. Wait, actually, only if they take it with this, but I highly doubt that's gonna even happen, but that's fine. Nowhere to go. I'd go there, I'd lose. I go there, I still die. Only up.
Uh-oh, a check. Now what are we gonna do?
Great! Oh, wait. How is that a great move? I did that so I can go ahead and grab this piece.
You got our bishop. Nicely done.
Okay,
Told
but
you I'd
like,
do that.
is anything hanging? Like, did we leave anything undefended?
I do the trade any day, any night.
Perfect. We love it.
You got our pawn. Nicely done.
Perfect. We love it.
Haha, you took our pawn. We should have seen that coming. Good eye. Can you spot the threat
Yeah.
we made?
I can, but a matter of fact, I'm not gonna. Hold on.
Well, you just took our pawn. Good job. Good
In
job.
case you guys don't know, bishop in endgames are one of the best pieces when compared to a knight.
Yo, that passed pawn could promote. We gotta watch it.
Oh?
Good job not giving us anything for free. We hate that. Haha.
Wait a minute.
You put us in check.
I'm gonna promote.
Take a
No,
look.
no, no, no,
Your
no,
rook-
no. Okay. Look. Let's play it again. Let's play it again, okay? Three retakes.
Chess is so fun. Win or lose, we always learn something new, right? Ooh, this is gonna be fun to review together in game review later.
I see a check coming, a direct check. However, I'm gonna go there. Okay, I'm gonna ask.
We're stopping
Ooh.
that pawn right in its tracks with our knight.
Ooh, do they think they? Oh.
Can I show you something? This leaves your
No,
bishop
please
hanging
don't
and vulnerable to
show me.
capture.
I feel so bad of keep down all my blunders. I just retake them. This is getting annoying now.
Careful, we can grab that rook and win some material.
Fine, take it. I messed my perfect opportunity up. How worse could it get?
We're playing it cool and getting out of. Oopsie, that move removes the defender from your bishop. Be careful.
Bye-bye, bishop.
How did I blunder? How did I blunder?
Oops, you left a pawn undefended. Thanks for the freebie. Moving the king. Yep, sometimes you just gotta do it. We see you.
There's nothing else I can do. Just promote at this point. Just promote.
Pass pawn alert. We want to...
Time to push this pass. LOL, you grabbed our knight. Good job. Good job.
There ain't no good
Checkmate
job
threat
here.
still go.
Remember, you either win or you learn. And chess is a great way to wind down after a long day.
You know, I'll take some pride. I at least gave him some challenge.
Sometimes you gotta move your king. And this is like one of those times.
Checkmate threat is still on. Okay, your pass pawn is making us sweat a little here. Watch out.
There is no
Free
sweat.
pawn.
I'll let them
Gotta
isolate
move
me
that
because
king
I'm
out of
gonna
the fire
lose. I'm
as
gonna lose, okay?
expected. Checkmate threat still going. Gotta... Welp, that was your only option. What can you do, haha?
It was my only option.
Only one move. What else are you gonna do?
A stalemate? A stalemate? Can I get
Moving
a
the
stalemate?
king. Yep, sometimes you just gotta do it. We see you. Checkmate threat is still on. Well, only one option there. What can you do, haha?
Oh, damn it. Okay, I thought I could. I thought I'm gonna go with the game review, but I'm gonna check the review later. I want to see why was this a great move, though.
Ooh, E4. Solid choice. We love this opening. Center control, baby.
We're gonna check this later. I'm gonna go back to my stuff here, and I'm gonna reset my timer because I spent way more than 5 minutes here. That said, promise key learn. What was I gonna do? I was getting an error, right? We have X train, okay, we have split XY, test size equals 0.2 and random state equals to 0. Test size equals to, oh! Wait, why did I add just 0? Wait, hold on. I'm gonna go with py, eda.py, and then we're gonna run this. There we go. So for our X train, we get those. For our Y train, we get that. We get these and we get those. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna copy this, grab Claude here, paste it. Okay, so it was just one mistake. That was sort of a syntactual mistake, but it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna just exit that. We're gonna go ahead and copy this. Oops. And I'm gonna go here and we're gonna go ahead and let's say paste it. Then I'm gonna send it. While I'm at it, I'm gonna eat some fruits. I had it here for a while. You capitalized y underscore train and y underscore test. Python doesn't care, it'll run. But near the universal conviction and machine learning code, what you see in every tutorial, every library example, every teammate's code. Lowercase y, reason x is capitalized because it's a two-dimensional matrix. Y is lowercase because it's one-dimensional vector. It's not a rational signal. Oh, okay. Word matching going forward, so your code reads the way everyone else does, but I'm not going to hammer you on it. That's cosmetic tier, your call. Whether to rename it now or just adopt it later. Train/test closed. Moving to step 2, training an actual regression model. Let's go. Quick check before I hand you syntax. You've done linear regression in phase 2 already, but that was on different data with a different goal. Have you ever called .fit and .predict on a skitlearn model? I have. However, I have. Actually, you know what? I don't think I need a review because I already have worked with it. Good, then no hand-holding. On the mechanics, this is just applying what you already know to x underscore train and y underscore train. You pick before... Quick pick before you write anything. You're about to do three things. Create a linear regression object, call .fit on it, then call .predict on it. A question for you: which data goes into .fit and which data goes into .predict, and why is it not the same data in both? Quick predict before you write anything. You're about to do three things. Create a linear regression object, call .fit on it, and then predict. Question: which data goes inside .fit? Fit is to train the model, so let's go with something like, we use the .fit method in order to train a model. Therefore, the x underscore train... I'll just wait for caps lock to go. I got all the time in the world. Okay, therefore the x underscore train goes in the fit method. Okay, furthermore, we use the .predict method in order to predict. And the y underscore train is meant for the prediction. Therefore, that goes in the predict method. There we go. And then let's just go ahead and send it. I'm gonna go ahead and let's say eat some kiwis. Wait. My mistake. Both .fit needs both pieces to learn anything about it. How could a model learn the relationship between features and price if it only ever saw features and never saw the actual prices? Oh, I remember. We need both. We need both the X and Y train in the predict. In the fit, I mean, in the fit. While the predict needs a different data that simulates the data frame, that simulates the X and Y. Nothing is simulated, let's rebuild it from what you already have sitting in the memory. Well, objects, not hypothesis. You've got 4 things: X train, Y train, X test, Y test. Fit train, correct. You had this right. The model studies both here. The model studies both. Here are the features, and here is the real answer. Now for predict, think about what predict actually means. What predicting actually means, the model already knows the answer. Is that a prediction? So when you call .predict, are you allowed to hand it the key y_test? What's left in your 4 objects that predict could never take in? Could even take in, oh. y_test and x_test. These were the 20%. I'm gonna wait for Cloud to think. Careful, you just said both again. Walk it through one more time slower. .predict's whole job is to look at features it's never trained on and guess the answer. If you handed y test the real answer, what would it even do with that? A .predict call takes features in and gives a guess out. It does not take an answer key as input at all. It produces something you later compare against the answer key. So out of your 4 objects, which one is the pure feature with no answers attached that the model hasn't seen yet? Out of my 4 objects, what is something the model hasn't seen yet? Test size is 0.2. I think it should be Y. Y_test. It is a guess, however, I believe that Y is 1. Is 1D. Therefore, the model only sees that and not the entire matrix. Right? Hold on, stop and reread what you just wrote, because I think fatigue or momentum is talking. You're not your actual reasoning. You just told me that predict needs features, no answer key. Then in the same breath, you picked Y test. What is Y test? Go back to verify the thing we defined at the top of the session. What did we say Y holds? Target. Okay, wait, what's the difference between a target okay, it holds the answer key. I had one question. What is the difference between a target and a feature? Okay, let's see the difference between a target and a feature. Feature, an input model gets to look at any time. X, median income, total rooms, ocean proximity, all 14. Target, the one thing you're trying to predict. Median house, why? It's not a clue, it's the answer. So now, re-ask yourself the predict question with the distinction. Okay. Predict takes a feature, not a guess. The target, okay. Guesses the target out. Which one of your 4 objects is pure features? Same shape, roll, X-train, X-train. Just a slice. The slice the model has never trained on. X underscore test. There it is, X underscore test, exactly. Don't beat yourself over the detour. Okay, yeah, it didn't train for the test, actually. I'm gonna eat something. Okay, so here's the full shape of what you're about to write. Dot fit. X train, Y train. Studies features plus real answers. Learn the prediction. Predict X test. And it only features. It's never seen. Get back a guess. Okay, so get back a guess. Whatever dot predict returns is your model's guess. You'll compare those against Y underscore test, the real answer. Oh. In a minute to see how close you got it. That comparison is RMSE slash MAE, which is next. Go write it. So you go write it. You know the skit-learn pattern. Import regression, linear regression from SK learn dot linear underscore model. Okay. So, unlike always how we create an explicit data set, we don't gotta do that stuff because we literally have our data set this time. Rather, I'm gonna go with something like from sklearn dot model dot linear underscore model. I'm gonna go ahead and import. Was it linear regression? Linear regression. This is linear regression's function. LINEREGRESSION. Okay, perfect. And now we're gonna go down here. We have our X and Y data frames. We're gonna go with something like linear regression. Okay. Oh yeah, I got it. I got it. It's gonna be model equals to linear regression. That requires, I'm assuming, a couple of parameters. I forgot how many. Let me fact check. Let me fact check. I'm gonna go with phase 2. Ridge regressions, linear regressions there. This is why I love having my Python files. So linear, okay, so it doesn't require any parameters. It just needs our linear regression. And then we're gonna go with something like model.fit. I'm gonna go ahead and let's say fit my X underscore train and Y underscore train, where the Y is gonna be lowercase. Since this is one-dimensional, unlike X, which is two-dimensional. I'm gonna go with Y underscore train, and then we're gonna go with model.predict. I'm gonna go ahead and predict my X underscore test. we're gonna compare that to our y underscore test, which is gonna be that stuff there. Hi, you hiding pixel, appreciate you joining the stream. Okay, one question. Do I need to? I think I gotta print it, right? I'm gonna go ahead and let's say print this stuff. And then I'm gonna go ahead and print my prediction as well. And we're gonna add an empty print statement here. Control S to save the code, and then I'm gonna go with Control \. We're gonna change back to PowerShell. God damn, tired of you freaking WSL. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and change our directory to project 2 -housing. And then we're gonna go with something like eda.py. Okay, let's see. Are you working on AMS? By AMS, do you mean like, do you mean NMSE? Because I haven't heard of AMS, but I've heard like this reminded me of that. Because this is MAE, that is MES. Never mind, they're completely different. Linear regression. Module not found. sklearn.linear_model. LINEAR. Linear_model. Okay, now let's run it. Whoops, my bad with the typo. py, eda.py. There we go. This should give me a correct model. What? Can't import linear. LINE. Linear. Oh, another mistake. LINEAR. And then let's fix it here as well. LINEAR. Control S. Let's go with py. eda.py. Value error. Could not convert string to float inland. Okay, so X train, Y train. We've got a wrapper, we've got self, we've got an error. We got a value error. What dataset are you using? AMS housing is a good housing dataset. RMSE and MER evil metrics. Actually, I'm working with a dataset from Kaggle. I forgot the actual name of the dataset because it's been a while. Hold on, let me scroll up. Okay, I'm working with housing.csv. This was, I got this from Kaggle. It was like a GitHub one where they did allow us to, let's say, use it for free for, let's say, learning. Okay, let's see. Model.train and then model.test. I did that part correct, to be honest. Okay, create the model object. I created the model object. We get a value error, could not convert. Wait, what if I were to go back to my linear regression here? So we have model.fit, square root. And we got precise. Prediction is going to be model.predict. Okay, so we have model. We got model.coefficient, model.predict. You know what? I think I got it. One small thing that I did here was that I gotta remove this. Yeah, let's go with prediction. Predict, okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and let's say print NF string. I'm gonna go with something like prediction is gonna be prediction. And then I'm gonna go ahead and print my second thing, which is gonna be my X underscore train, which I do have up here, but I'll still go with it because why not? Y underscore test, which is our answer key. Now let's go with py, eda.py. Okay, same value error. Yeah, I think maybe AMS. You know what? I think that does jog something. It may be that. Why does it say could not convert to float inland? Hold on. We're gonna go here. Okay, I'm gonna copy this, paste it, and say I get this error. However, I have never gotten this before. It says I cannot convert the data type. I cannot convert the data type. Maybe because before I did create my own data types, to be honest. I'm gonna go up here and just copy this. That's gonna be so much more convenient. Even though it is massive as hell. And then I'm gonna probably eat something real quick. Why is this... This cup is kind of sticky. I should have... Okay, read the last line only. That's where the truth lives. Inland, that's the value from ocean proximity. It is. Here's a question that should stop you cold. You one hot encoded ocean proximity back on day 99. You made 5 new boolean columns from it. Did you ever drop the original ocean proximity text column after encoding? Scroll on your own code, look at your pd.concat line. What happens to the original ocean proximity column when you concatenate the dummies on? Huh. Scroll your own column. Look at your pd.concat line. What happened to the original ocean proximity column when you concatenated it on the dummies? Let's see. We're gonna remove this and let's go down to my concat. There we go. So we concatenated, we got our dummies. I didn't drop squat. Or did I? Okay, do you guys see concat anywhere? Concatenation. I see get dummies, but I don't see concat. What an... Oh god, I'm such an idiot. I can just type it. C-O-N-C. Okay, there we go. We got our concat here. Line 24, ocean proximity. And then we have concat. Wait. Oh. Hello, you hiding Calzman here. Appreciate you joining this stream. It's actually been a while. How you doing? Okay. So we have pd.concat. We concat our data frame to our dummies, but I don't think that we actually drop it. And what in the unindented spam of print statements I'm seeing that looks so ugly? Actually, I've been working on these print statements for 8 whole days. Because I worked with like a bunch of methods here. Okay. Okay, so in this line, let me copy this. Then grab Claudio, paste it, and then say, so, in this line, I did use the concat method. However, I did not, drop anything. Am I expected to, like, drop something? Exactly, you found it yourself. Trace that consequence. pd.concat df.pd_get dummies ocean proximity access 1 that has 5 new boolean columns into data frame. It does not remove the original ocean proximity text column. So right now, data frame has both the original text column, inland, near bay, etc., and the 5 boolean columns that encoded the same information. That's why fit is dying. Linear regression does math. Interesting, does math. That's why .fit is dying. Linear regression does math. Matrix multiplication, dot products, all of that. It cannot multiply the string inland by a coefficient. It needs every single column to be numeric. Your 5 boolean columns are numeric, true/false, equals to 1/0 under the hood, but the leftover text column is not. Isn't, and it's sitting right there. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna read the rest later on real quick. Anyways, I heard of a new fire video game named Calculator. Windows comes with it by default. It's so fire. Actually, I think I have been playing with that for a while now here. Okay, that said, well, that's break. Hold on. I'm gonna move back. Let's review our game here.
We are mirroring your move and opening up paths for our dark squared bishop and queen.
Classic book move. You should play it. I've been playing it, actually. It's been really useful. Okay, we love it. You're developing and threatening at the same time. I did threaten while I was developing. That is good.
This is
Another book
Hitting
move.
at the center and fighting for space. Love it, love it.
They were planning to do London. I'm pretty sure this is London, but I apparently blocked it.
This prepares a safe kingside castle for your king. Classic king safety move.
Classic king safety move. Unless did they push that next? I forgot.
I prevented you from being able to win material through an eventual pin.
Yeah, I know. I could have gone up there, but then takes. I would have still won. I knew it! It looks like your pawn is about to lose. Gotta be careful out there. I should have pushed. I should have damn pushed.
I am threatening to attack the bishop with a pawn.
You missed a better way to send a queen into the game.
Oh yeah, I could just target that. Damn.
This is the only move that works.
Great move. Protects it, because if I were to take that, king can't take me. King gets lower, I get my queen there. It's a checkmate. Damn.
Your best move was to win a tempo by threatening a knight. This is the only good move for your opponent.
Your opponent moves their knight to escape your attack.
Uh-huh, they do. I knew it by a message from a Galio. Hello, counted. Is that how you pronounce it after using the inhibited substance in this question? Substances in this question, okay. Okay, you know what? I think I understood it. I want to see my blunder.
This is a fair... You permitted my better move.
Oof, a golden chance to punish that mistake, but it slipped through your fingers.
You permitted the opponent to activate a bishop.
Oh, wait. If I were to take... Oh, they take. I take. I win a piece. You know what? That got me all jolted up. Hold on. Let me play against a bot real quick. I'm gonna play against a bot. Bot with a 1300 elo should be good. E5, E4, E5. Classic book move. Another classic book move. Another classic book move. What the hell? I go with the London. I will take. Okay, and then I'm gonna go with a kingside castle. Oh wow, that was the worst move for me. Double fork. I'm an idiot. I'm a damn idiot. How did bro think it was the most mundane comment of the century? I'm saying you are a, let's say, a user of illegal sugar. Guys, in case you guys do not know, I don't eat sugar. If anyone understands what I'm saying. Why am I slowly getting more insane by the day? Okay, I clearly did not understand, but I guess I see. Okay, I'd do that trade any day, but then I lost my damn queen. I think I should just resign, right? I can't win without a queen. We've got 19 seconds. Play me? Okay, I am hardly good at chess, but if you send me an invitation, I can actually play you. Like, here's my username. Where's it gone? Here's my username, Viv Arcade. You can actually add me. Okay, that's it. That's time. Let's move back. Okay, so where was I? That's why .fit is dying. Linear regression does math multiplication, okay? This matters beyond just it crashes. Even if it somehow ran, keep both the original column and its own encoding would be redundant, feeling the model the same information twice in two forms. Question for you, what's the one line of pandas you'd add and where to drop that original ocean underscore proximity? Okay, so where do we need to drop our ocean underscore proximity? Okay, wait. I just drilled all over my keyboard. I believe that we need to drop our ocean underscore proximity after the concat. Because they are Boolean values, concat, since they are Boolean values and can't work for a math. It could, to be honest, for the ones and zeros. By the day I'm being more and more dumb and insane. You should try meditating, to be honest, that may help. Linear regression, the name of the function is so relatable to my brain's function. Wait, I don't know if that sounds too cool or what, because linear regression sounds, it's like a pretty cool name, what the hell? Okay, right instinct on timing. Drop it after the concat since you need the original column to still exist in order to encode it in the first place. Good sequencing. One correction on the reasoning though, but small but worth being precise. It's not that Boolean columns can't work for math, they can. To be honest, because the ones and zeros, Booleans are perfectly fine. True/false behave as 1/0. The problem is the original text column inland near bay as raw strings. That's what can't work for math. You're dropping the string column not because Booleans are unusable, but because it's now redundant and non-numeric. Redundant basically means useless. Now, write the actual line. You've used .drop today already. Go back and look at how you built x equals to df.drop. Same method, access 1, logic, just a different column name. And this time, you're reasoning into df itself. So, after our concat, right here, we're gonna go ahead and drop this thing. So I'm gonna go with something like df at index of ocean underscore proximity dot the drop method. Okay, this should drop it, and then I'm gonna just go ahead and copy it. Then we're gonna go ahead and paste it. You know what? It's gonna be much more convenient if I went with Control A, Control C. There we go. I think that's correct, right? How are you so persistent and study every day with such discipline? Can you motivate me? You know what? I think it's basically the 21 days rule. Do something that you hate for 21 days, which actually or literally expands. Yeah, I should say literally, not even figuratively. It expands a part in our brain called the anterior mid-cingulate cortex. That grows when you do stuff that you hate, and it kind of contracts and shrinks or truncates when you do stuff that you actually enjoy or that's in your comfort zone. 27 or 21 days, or let's just say a whole month of doing something that you don't like consistently. After that, it just gets easier and easier. Not because the stuff that you're doing gets easier, but because you're just improving on what you're actually doing. I don't know if that line was considered motivational, but that was the science behind it. Okay, good placement right after the concat. That timing's correct, but look closely at the syntax. Df at index of... Okay, x equals to 8. Compare that against the line above. Df.drop. Oh, my bad. It's syntactual. Syntaxes can be fixed. So I'm gonna go with df.drop. I want to drop, let's say, ocean underscore proximity. There we go. And then I'm gonna go with, let's say, axis equals to 1. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this, but I don't want to like over spam Chatz's message here. There we go. Gotcha. Are you part Indian? I mean, I guess, yeah. I need to fact check that though, to be honest. I mean, I'm confused about that. Maybe, yeah, partially. Better you fix the call on df. Better you fix the call on df part and the column names as an argument part. One piece is still missing though, and it's the exact bug you already debugged once before, back on day 99 with median underscore house underscore value. Remember the moment. Printing a filtered result versus reassigning it. Same trap, different method right now. df.drop, ocean proximity axis 1. That line computes a new data frame with the colon removed and then throws it away because nothing captures it. df itself is untouched. Okay, so what's missing? df equals to df dot drop, and then this is going to be ocean underscore proximity axis equals to 1, and then we're gonna go ahead and close this. There we go. We're reassigning our data frame. Close on the concept. You caught the missing assignment, but look at what you just typed. Characters. Okay, that was a typo. Look, I didn't write that in Visual Studio. Okay, there we go. And then let's save it. Let's send it. Smoke. Wait, can you guys see smoke? What the hell? Smoke. Huh. Okay, I think is that smoke like a Gen Z word? That's it. You got your winner. Yada yada. Run the script now. Okay. df equals to, and then we're gonna hit control. Let's just save the code. I'm gonna go with control tilde. Change my WSL to PowerShell because by God I keep getting WSLs. I'm gonna change my directory to project -2 -housing. And then we're gonna go with something like py eda.py. There we go. It runs. Okay. Apparently, our last 2 lines where my prediction is massive. Okay, it is. Y test 3935. Y test is correct. It's okay, it's hard to read this. Hold on. Okay, let me say I get this. However, it's hard to read it. Are you using Free Claude subscription? Actually, I am working with the Free Claude. I'm working with the Sonnet 5's extra effort level while not having thinking on, because even though thinking is really good, it takes a lot of time and I need to like literally send a message, wait like 3 minutes on stream. That takes precious time off. It ran, no traceback, no crash. That's a truncated model spitting out real predictions. First real milestone of the day. Let's go. You're right, it's hard to read though. And that's actually the perfect Seigu. Is that how you pronounce it? Because eyeballing predictions next to answers, 1 row at a time is exactly the wrong way to judge model. Look at 1 row predicted 158,268.42 actually. 104,200 off by $54,000. Is that good? Bad? You can tell from staring at scrolling numbers. You need one number that summarizes how wrong was I on average across all 3,935 predictions. That's our MSE and MAE. This is the new topic. Let's do it right now. Full stop explanation first. The problem that RMSE and MAE both metrics solve is that You have 3,935 pairs of prediction actual. You want a single score, the obvious first move. Just subtract them to get the error for each row, prediction minus actual. Row 1, 158,268.42 minus 104,200.0 equals to 54,068.42. You're too high by 54,000 on that one. But here's the snag. Some errors are positive. You guessed too high. Some are negative. You guessed too low. If you just average all 3,935 raw errors, positive and negative errors cancel out. You could be wildly wrong on every single row and still get an average close to 0 because the overs and unders wash each other away. That average would lie to you. So both MAE and RMSE exist to solve that problem. How do we stop errors from cancelling out just with 2 different fixes? Quick check before I go further. You already know one trick from way back that also solves cancel out from positive and negative. You used it for standard DEV/variance. What's the mathematical operation that turns any negative number into a positive number without needing an if statement to check? I know this. Hold on. Wait a damn minute. Hold on. Wait, I know this. I worked with I know. Okay, wait. Hold on. So we have a number, but it's always positive. Oh God. Let me type it out and I may recall it. I know it. I can't recall it. I know that when we get a negative number, there is something that converts it to a positive. However, I forgot what. Oh God, what the hell? Hey, stop, breathe. You're not blanking on a mystery, you're blanking on a name. The concept is already in your head. You used it on day whenever you did standard dev. Shake it loose instead of me handing it to you. Think back to variance standard dev. You had a distance from mean for each point, some positive, some negative. You need a way to make all of them positive. Got it. df at index of df dot this filter. No, pump the brakes. That's not it, and I can tell fatigue is starting to scramble a little. df is a data frame filtering, totally unrelated to what, okay? Forget pandas for a second, plain arithmetic. If I hand you -7, what single mathematical operation turns it into 49? Square. Got it. The square root. I got it. I actually got it. What the hell? I got it. I've never been so excited to get something this mundane and easy. Close, you've got the right pair of operations. Just backwards on which one I'm asking for. -7 is squaring. Square root would take you the other direction. But squaring is exactly okay. Oh, okay. Square root. Okay, I get it. But squaring is exactly the total. Any number positive or negative squared comes out positive. -7 squared is 49. 7 squared is 49. Sign disappears. That's the trick you use for variance. Square every distance from the mean, then average. Standard. Yeah, that's correct. Standard. That's RMSE's approach. Square every error, kills the negative sign, average the squared errors, then square root the whole thing at the end to bring it back to the original units. Dollars, not dollars squared. Root means squared error. Literally describes the step in reverse order. Square each row, mean of those squares, root of that mean. MAE takes a different, simpler fix for that exact same cancel out problem. Instead of squaring, it just takes the absolute value of each error, strip the sign, don't square it. The average is those mean absolute error. Mean of the absolute errors. A question for you, reasoning not memorization. If one big error, say 200,000 of say 200k of on one house gets squared before averaging RMSE. Versus just that it's sign stripped MAE. Which of the two matrices do you think reacts more dramatically to that one hug, to that one huge miss, and why? Hold on. RMSE's approach is square every error. Kills the negative sign, average the square errors, then square root the whole thing to bring back the original units. Oh wow, that's smart. Root mean squared error. Literally describes these steps in reverse order. MAE takes a different, simpler fix for the exact same cancel out problem. MAE takes a different fix, okay? Instead of squaring, it just takes the absolute value of each error. Okay, is absolute value, is absolute value, something like this? -8 equals to 8. Okay, I just need to confirm that real quick. I kind of forgot what absolute value means. Whenever I see this, I get even more angry, brother. Huh. What's enraging in this? Okay, question for you. Reasoning, not memorization. Absolute value. Okay, then averages those means. Then averages those mean absolute errors. If a big error, say 200,000 of one house gets squared before averaging, RMSE gets squared before averaging, versus just having its sign stripped MAE, which of those two matrices do you think reacts more dramatically to that one huge miss, and why? RMSE, RMSE reacts more dramatically because... Okay, let me fix my typo. RMSE reacts more dramatically because it squares the 200,000, even though the 200k is not negative, and then averages it. Extra moves. On the other hand, MAE gets its absolute value, then averages it. No squaring required. Okay, and then I'm going to fix some of my typos. Hold on, this is going to be absolute, this is going to be averages, this is going to be squaring, and then we're going to go ahead and send it. Yes, that is exactly right. That's an absolute value notation. Your instinct RMSE reacts more dramatically correct, but the Y isn't quite locked yet, so let's sharpen it because this is the part that actually matters for using these matrices later. You said RMSE squares even though 200k is not negative. That's true, but not the reason it reacts harder. Squaring isn't just about removing a negative sign here. It's about what squaring does to the size of a number. Try this concretely. Compare a 10k error versus a 200k error. MAE treats them proportionally. 200k contributes exactly 20 times more than 10k to the average. 200,000 is 20 times bigger than 10,000 in plain and simple. RMSE squares 10k, which is 100 million, and 200k, which is 40 billion. Question for you, look at those two squared numbers. Is the big error contributing 20 times more than the small one, or something way bigger than 20 times? What does squaring do to the gap between them? Oh, I see. The big error in RMSE is way bigger than 20 times when squared. However, for the for MAE, it is reasonable. Okay, and then I'm gonna fix my however's spelling. And let's send it. Yes, that's it. The real insight. Not squaring removes negatives, but squaring blows up big numbers disproportionately more than small numbers. That's actually that's the actual mechanism, and you just derived it yourself from real numbers, not from me telling you. So lock this in as the practical takeaway. RMSE punishes big misses much harder than small ones. MAE treats every dollar of every error equally regardless of size. That's not just trivia, it's why you'd pick one over the other. Okay, it's why you'd pick one over the other. If wildly wrong predictions are especially bad for your use case, say $300k, misses a way more dangerous than 3 100k misses. RMSE is the metric that reflects that. If every dollar of error matters the same to you, MAE is the more honest number. Okay. Now the technical phrasing, since you earned the plain language version. Formal definitions mapped straight back onto what you just built. MAE, the average of the absolute differences between predictions and actual values. Average equals to what do you do at the end? Absolute differences of predictions minus actual for each row between predicted and actual. Exactly your own arrays. Prediction and y-test. RMSE, the square root of the average, so the square differences between prediction and actual values. Read it. Right to left from what you built. Square differences. Both end up in the same units as your target dollars. Both are directly interpretable as on average. How many dollars off was I before I hand you the skit-learn syntax quick prediction? Given both your models, actual output above some given your models is actual output above a few, do you expect RMSE to be a bigger number than MAE or smaller or about the same? Use what you reason through. It will be bigger because RMSE will square my 3k while MAE will just get its absolute value. Wait, did I spell it wrong? ABSOLUT will just get its absolute value, and Yet, it's mean. Okay, well then that's break. Hold on, I'm gonna see for the... Okay, the direction is right. Okay, back here, back here. I won't check my game review. We're gonna go with another match. New bot, yo, master bot, top player bot, personalities. Okay, and at 1300, fine. Let's start with E4. Most generic opening. We're gonna go with G3. Attacking the pawn, protecting the pawn with a C6. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and PP the pressure the pin piece, or P the PP. I can grab that knight and ruin the frick out of him. Well, I'm gonna go back to safety, so don't mind me. Oh, I'm trapped. I'm trapped, aren't I? I'm trapped. Oh, I'm trapped. I'd rather take another piece before I die, right? Okay, my knight is basically done for. There's no saving him. There is saving him. What the hell just happened? Why is it all paid for? I want to see it. God damn them. Damn it! It's a damn check! How did I not just see that thing? I could have just grabbed that up there. Oh, damn it. Okay, alright. I wish that we could have... I want to play with people that actually talk. This is kind of boring. And then we're gonna go there. Tournament. I want to play coach. Coach is not free. Recommended match. Okay, you know what? Nah. Fine, I'll play another bot. Let me play with Hikaru. Why not? The pre-move champion. E4, D5. Queen's Gambit is risky. I can't pull it off. Let's go with the safer bet. I'm gonna go with a C6. I do this trade anytime. They think it ruined my pawn structure, right? Well, wrong. It did not. Totally did not. There. Literally still in the center. Literally still controlling the center. I am not that dumb to actually do that stuff. Now it's time that I protect my piece here. No. I could take this here, and then he goes there, I go there, I do that, we do this, that. Okay, here. I was like, let me promote already. Who is a blunder spider? Oh, accept my invite. Actually, as soon as the match is over, or maybe in my next break, hold on. We're gonna get our queen up here. Oh wow, the knight could have taken me. What the hell? Letting my guard down. Queen can take that. I need to protect it. How do I protect it? I'm gonna go with the queen trade. How are bots so damn hard to beat? 30 as crap. Trade queens, only option. I can't do the Empeson. Interesting. Trade the queen, damn it. He got this on him. A good move could be this. Okay, we see a bishop there. I don't mind doing the bishop trade, right? I want to resign. I'm an idiot, bro. I need to pay more attention. You know what? I'll just accept the invite. I lost the match, okay? Alright, let's see, let's see. Oh, wow, 800 elos? I didn't know I'm 200 elos. Oh, God. I'm gonna go with, here. Oh, wait, it's a 5 minutes match, damn. Queen's Gambit. Takes. Oh, wow, I'm stuck. This is not like the matches that I played with the bot. Hold on, hold on. Wait, I do the trade anytime. Bishop for a knight? Hell yeah. Oh wow, this center is protected as hell. What the hell? Get the piece spinned. Huh. Okay, I'm not gonna do this trade, but if I go there, I don't have any protections. That takes. Then there takes. Is this like a losing match? You know what? Screw it. Let's break into the ice. Let me castle. Okay, kingside castle was a bad move, but it's fine. That one pawn is so annoying. One way to get rid of the pawn. Wait, was that a blunder? That should have been an inaccurate move, right? The pawn. Oh god. Yeah, that should have been an inaccurate move. Never mind, never mind. Okay, let's see. Hey, at least I got the center back. Oh. Lost it just as fast. Well, I didn't lose the center, to be honest, but... Okay, maybe I'm gonna grab that pawn, because it's basically a free pawn, unless... not protected. I'm aiming for the rook. What in the genuine world is my knight doing? It's okay. It's hard to get my knight out like this. I see the small check. Getting the queen there is a good move. Oh wow. Well, I think I'm down for a stalemate. No, that's a mate. That's a mate. That's it. Okay, GG's. Hold on. Is there a chat here? I don't know how to use chat here. Chat. GG's. Okay, that's it. That's time. Moving on. I wasted way too much time here. Hold on, I'm gonna reset my timer real quick. There we go. Okay, the reasoning direction is right, but the phrasing is a little muddled. Let's tighten it before you commit. You're not describing 3K specifically. You mean any larger errors that exist in 3,935 predictions? RMSE will disproportionately punish whichever row has the biggest misses, which drags the final number up higher than MAE's more evenly weighed average. But yes, prediction confirmed, RMSE is greater than MAE. Virtually always they're only equal in the unrealistic case where every single error is identical. You reason to the right answer. Now the syntax, skitlearn has both built in. Fun game, it was pretty fun. Okay, so from sklearn.matrices. Wait, this matrices is kind of new. I did not really work with it before. We import mean underscore absolute underscore error, mean underscore squared underscore error. The mean underscore squared underscore error is our RMSE, while the mean underscore absolute underscore error is our MAE. And then we import numpy as NP. We go with MAE equals to mean underscore absolute underscore error. That requires y underscore test as a parameter and prediction as a parameter. RMSE is going to be equal to numpy.squirt square root. Oh, okay, I think I see. NumPy has a square roots method which we could do manually as well. But we go with mean underscore squared underscore error, y underscore test, and prediction. Print MAE, which is May, and RMSE, which is premise. I didn't have water today, oh god, Never mind, we're good. I thought that today's stream was gonna be long, but I forgot to get water with me. I was like, what the hell? Hold on. I'm gonna drink some water. Is Pomodoro timer still started? Actually, yeah, it is at the top right here. My bad. I appreciate you pointing that out, Pixels. When I get exhausted, I would have been like, why the hell is my timer still stuck at 25 damn minutes? What the hell? I need to pay more damn attention to that stuff. That said, how did it stop though? Isn't that like automatic? Shouldn't it automatically go on? Okay, so we got our syntaxes. Notice mean underscore squared underscore error gives you the squared version. You have to numpy.squirt it yourself to get the root in RMSE. That's not an accident. It's literally the formula you just derived spelled out in your code. Squared mean. That's what the function does internally. Root, that's the numpy.squirt you add the important at the top of your file. Add these lines after your prediction line, run it, and send me the real numbers. Okay, so mean underscore. Hold on. Okay, so mean underscore. Wait, what was that issue right now? What the hell just happened? Can you guys hear me? Hey, mic testing. You guys can't hear me? Interesting. Wait, can't you guys hear me? There we go. Can you guys hear me? Interesting. Wait, can't you guys hear me? My gosh, it's fine. No, actually, is it? Because apparently in my OBS, I usually go with, like, I should be able to hear myself when I talk in my micro, like in my mic, but I can't see that stuff. Like, this should have been my properties, but I think it's fine. Because my entire screen froze up for a bit. I was like, wait, did the stream crash or something? And never mind, I guess. We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. Or is it, let's say, something different? Gameplay screen. I see webcam. Oh, yes? Okay, perfect. Okay, that said, notice mean underscore squared underscore error gives you that squared, okay? So, apparently, from the sklearn.matrices, we import mean underscore absolute error, our MAE, and mean underscore squared error, which is our RMSE. And then we basically just play the formula out, right? Shouldn't be that hard. So, let's go ahead and import it. From sklearn.matrices, I want to go ahead and import, let's say, mean underscore absolute. How do you spell absolute? Absolute. I don't know how to spell. Wait, hold on. You are audible. Okay, perfect. ABSOLUTE. ABSOLUTE. Oh, okay, that was correct. Header. And I want to go ahead and import the SQU squared underscore mean underscore SQUARD squared underscore error. So these are the two functions that we need to import from our sklearn.matrices, and then we create two variables. First is going to be MAE, that is going to be equal to, so May is going to be equal to the, I don't know, mean underscore SOLUTE absolute underscore error, which requires a parameter of Y underscore test. Wait, this is the tests. Y underscore test is our answer key. We give them our answer key. This is our literal error. And our prediction. Oh, I see. We give it our answer key and our prediction to compare it and tell us how many errors or how inaccurate our prediction was. Okay. And then we're going with our MSE, which I think is RMS, right? That is going to be equal to our mean underscore SQUARD squared underscore error, which is going to be requiring Y test. And our prediction. Oh, I see. Prediction is what our model predicted. Test is our answer. Okay. And then we're just going to go ahead and print. So I'm going to add an empty print statement with a backslash new line just to get two print statements. And then I'm going to go ahead and add another print statement that is going to be an F string. And it is going to go ahead and say something like May is going to be of curly braces my MAE variable. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my second print statement. I hate my camera shortcut. What the genuine hell? Okay, we're going to go with another print statement of an F string that is going to be RMSE. Okay, which is going to be my RMSE, my remises variable. I'm going to hit Control S to save the code. Control /, change my terminal from WSL to PowerShell. I'm going to delete WSL and we're going to go ahead and change our directory to project -2 -housing. And then we're going to go with something like py, eda.py, and run the program. Module not found error. Always. It's always the same thing. ME matrices. METRICES. Interesting. METRICES. SKLEARN. Import mean absolute error. ABSOLUTE SQUARED ERROR. One thing I forgot though, I'm gonna go ahead and import NumPy as in already mic testing. Okay, let me know how much damage was that? My PC actually crashed. Wait a minute, I'm just gonna remove that. How does a PC even crash? Hold on. I'm gonna just fix everything up here real quick. Then, okay, perfect. I'm gonna grab my Visual Studio. How much did my Visual Studio not save? Oh, wow. Is everything saved? Okay, everything is saved. I'm gonna remove my terminal. Okay, that was so odd. My PC just randomly crashed. Okay, so apparently we were about to go ahead and get the square root, right? So I'm gonna go with something like np.squirt. I did not even check. My GPU temperature is just 51 degrees Celsius. Everything should be going good. Why did it crash? There we go. And then we're gonna go with Control S, Control Tab. I'm gonna go with something like a PowerShell's terminal. Okay, and then we're gonna go with something like change directory to project -2. Oh, wait. There we go. I forgot the lights were off. Let's fix the lights to be white light. Hi, brother. How are you? How are you doing? Yak Patel, is that a pronounced name? I appreciate you joining the stream. Okay, and then OBS. I'm gonna go with cancel, and then wait, hold on. I'm gonna go to my main camera. We're gonna go ahead. Oh, wow. I'm getting a headphone dead. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna go to my properties. Way too much sharpness. And then this is -5. We're gonna get it a bit lower. We're gonna apply okay. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and increase that. And we're gonna go ahead and increase this. Even though this could have been RGB, but that gets too dark. There we go. Okay, that's so much better, right? Brother, I'm creating in my personal assistant. Oh, you're working on a personal, or you're trying to create a personal assistant. I'm assuming it's an agentic AI. Good luck with that. Okay, let's go with something like housing. Okay, and then we're gonna go with something like py.eda.py. Module not found error. No module named sklearn.matrices. I'm positive the spelling is correct. So from sklearn.metrics. Oh. ICS matrices. Oh god, this is where I mostly mess up in the name of my modules. There we go. Okay, so numpy.squirt. Squirt should be sqrt, not u. Let's go with py, eda.py. This should run. There we go. So our MAE is 45,664, while RMSE is 62,000. Okay. So RMSE clearly has more, it punishes our data more for every inaccuracy. There we go. I'm gonna get this here. Okay, and then let's paste it and say, I see. RMSE clearly punishes the data of clearly punishes inaccuracy more than MAE. Okay, and then I guess let's send it. Real numbers prediction confirmed. RMSE $62,051, MAE 45,000 grams, exactly what you called it before running. And yes, that gap between them tells you something concrete. Not just RMSE is bigger, the size of that gap is $16,000. Is itself a signal. If MAE and RMSE were close together, I'd mean your errors are fairly uniform across 3,935 houses, since RMSE is noticeably higher. It means some predictions are really off, and a handful of big misses are dragging RMSE up more than they drag up MAE. Worth remembering for client write-up later. It's not just the model is off, by about 45 to 62 grand. It's the model has some houses. It badly misjudges. Quick read on where you actually stand right now. How are you feeling? Keep going on interpreting these numbers, comparing other models, or wrap RMSE MAE here. If we will end up working with RMSE and MAE later on in this series, then we can move on. I believe. There we go. That I have enough exposure for this topic. Okay, that's it. Okay, we can probably move on to the next thing. I want to be done with this good call and a good instinct checking first rather than assuming more is better. You're right, you'll be back in RMSE constantly. Every regression task from here through phase 8 uses this. This was a one and done topic. It's a tool you'll keep sharpening with use. You've got the real grounding now, what it measures, why the formulas differ, and you've seen it on your own real predictions. That's enough for today. Here's exactly where we leave. Train/test/split done verified. Model trained. Linear regressions.fit predict both ran cleanly. Evaluated MAE. Still open for project 2. Interpret those numbers with real context. Okay. Okay, so optional. Wait. How many more concepts are left before we move on to phase 3? Because I wanted to be done with everything today, since it is day 100. However, if there are a lot more topics, then we can continue later as well, because I would not want to be overwhelmed and forget the rest later. Yeah, because that's the worst case. I wanted to move on to phase 3 with a clean day 100 mark, but if there's a lot to learn and I just want to be done just for the sake of being done, I will forget everything, which is not gonna be good because I'll have to come back and relearn the whole thing. So, I'd rather take my sweet time. Let's be precise instead of vague here, since precision is what you actually need to make this call well. Genuinely new concept left before phase 3 RMSE. Was it the other new topic in the entire project, and you close that out? Everything else remaining is applied use, interpreting these numbers, not a new concept, just reasoning, error, okay, optionality, comparing, rich/random forest, 0 new syntaxes, you've got the client right up. So the honest answer, nothing is left to teach you something brand new. RMSE just did. Given that, here's the real trade-off for today specifically, since it's day 100 and you clearly won the milestone. Interpreting the numbers may take 10 to 15 minutes, low mental load. It's just looking at numbers you already generated. The client write-up is the heavier lift. It's the kind of thing that suffers if you're running on fumes, because it demands clear thinking, not just correct syntax. My honest recommendation, do you want the interpretation now while RMSE is fresh in your head? That part reinforces what you just learned rather than draining you further. Save the write-up for a session where you're not already several hours deep in. Okay. Sure, we can work with the interpretation. There we go, and then let's just go ahead and send it. Because I want to be done with this today, though. I want to be done with this. Let's see how long can I go. Good, this is a quick NSC payoff moment for everything you just learned. Let's do it right. You got the MAE and RMSE sitting there as raw numbers on their own. Those numbers mean nothing. 45 grand off could be great on terrible, depending on what you're predicting. 45,000 off on a 60,000 car would be absurd. 45 grand off on a $2 million mansion would be phenomenal. I'd be damned if I get that offer. So, the first move for interpreting any error metric, compare it against the actual scale of what you're predicting. Question for you, you've already run df median house that I described earlier in this project. You saw the min/max/mean of the house prices in the database. Post cleaning after you drop the censored rows without rerunning anything from memory, roughly what range do house prices in this dataset span, and roughly what's the mean? Median underscore house underscore values, right? So I'm gonna run this again. Look. The reason I'm running this again is just because I don't remember the values memorized. Okay, let's go with something like py eda.py. Mean is 3.66. Roughly what range do your house prices in this dataset span, and roughly what's the mean? Mean is 3.66. How do you... Median income, wait. Median house value, wait, my bad. Median underscore house underscore value. Okay, and then we're gonna go with something like py eda.py. Okay, this is what we're looking for. So our mean is 192 grands. Our mean is 192 grands. Okay, from memory, roughly range the... Okay, roughly what range do house prices in this dataset span, and roughly what's the mean? So min is 116k, max is 500k. Where min is 14k, 14.9k. Max is 500k. I don't know if this is what Claude was trying to ask, but I think that's that. Good recall and close enough to reason with. That's the right instinct, pulling from what you already generated rather than guessing blind. Now, put your MAE right in next to that mean. 45,671 average error against a mean house of 192,000. Question for you. Turn that into a percentage. Roughly what fraction or percent of the average houses value is your model typically missing by? Rough math is fine. I don't need exact. Okay, let's see. What is 45%? 45,000. Let's grab our calculator here. Hold on. 45,664 divided by 100. Wait, I think we should do 192,000. So 192,000 minus 45,664 divided by 100. 14%? Okay, I'm bad. Okay, I'm bad at okay. I am bad at math, but 14%? I don't know the formula. Let's actually work it. So percent. So percent equal to part slash whole multiplied by 100. Your error 45. Oh, wait. Oh, damn it. Okay. I went with minus. Okay, my bad. 192,000 divided by 45,664.71 multiplied by 100. There we go. Oh. Wait though. Okay, so it's closer to 0.4. I think it's closer to 0.4 because I get like 4 there, right? 0.4. Right? Okay, so let's ground this on something, not eyeball 192. Split into quarters. A quarter of 192 is 48,000. Is your error 45,000? Close to that or 48,000? It is closer to 48k. Hold on, it's closer to 48k. We're probably getting somewhere. So roughly 24%, about 45. Okay, so 45,000, this thing equals to 0. Divided by 192. Oh, I went with the other way around. 45,665 divided by 192. $0.24. Okay, or 24%. Oh yeah, if I multiply this by 100, we're gonna get 24%. Okay, got it. That's the real number. Not like 14%, not 40% landed. Okay, now here's the actual interpretation. The part that matters for a client. Your model, on average, misses a house's true value by roughly 24% on the mean price. That's a meaningful miss, not a catastrophic, not precision. For context, in real-world housing models, single-digit to low teens % error is generally considered strong. 24% tells you this model has real room to improve. It's capturing some signal, not randomly guessing, but it's not tight enough to trust for, say, an actual precision data. And well, that's time. Wow. We're at our 10 minutes break. Do I want to take a 10 minutes break? I don't know. I don't know if I want to take a 10 minutes break. We'll see. If I'm exhausted, I'll take a break. And remember what you reasoned about what you reasoned out earlier about RMSE versus MAE. RMSE 62,000, 51 is noticeably higher than MAE 45,664. That gap tells you the 24% typically misses the whole story. Some houses are being missed by a lot more than dragging RMSE up. That gap tells you 24 is typically the mix. 24% typically miss isn't the whole story, okay? That's genuinely a client-ready insight sitting right there in 2 numbers you generated, okay? A client should hear both, typically off by about a quarter of the price, but with something noticeably worse. Mrs. Max. Oh, worse Mrs. Mixed in. I see. Okay. Okay, interpretation locked in. And remember you reasoned earlier RMSE versus MAE. RMSE 62,000 is noticeably higher than MAE. That gap tells you the 24%. Typically isn't the whole story. Some houses are being missed by a lot more than that, dragging RMSE up. A client should hear both. Typically off by about a quarter of the price, but with some noticeably worse misses mixed in. I see. Okay, wait, what all concepts are left now? Wait, so basically it's about a client, right? Like a client, they need to see the misses as well. Okay. Real answer, not vague one. So client, write up yourself. Optional, not required. Comparing ridge and random forest against your linear model. Okay, RMSE. After that, phase 3 begins. All right, okay. So, you know what? Screw it. I do want to leave this to Wheel of Names, but let's add it. Let's get it. Work. Stop. Worker, stop. What do you guys think it's gonna land on? Stop. You know what? It is pretty smart to stop because I don't want to like overwork myself because I wouldn't understand squat if I did so. Fine. Okay, well, in that case, I wanted to complete everything this stream, but I guess we're gonna go ahead and work on the rest next stream. Therefore, quick little shameless plug. If you guys haven't already, make sure to join the Discord server. We're close to 200 members as well. And now, let me move on to my main camera. There we go. Alrighty guys, so basically that was pretty much it for the stream. If you guys did enjoy the stream, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, notifications turn on, and if you guys did enjoy my content /videos /live streams, make sure to share my channel. And I just realized, what the hell, there we go, this wasn't even a light. That wasn't even light, that was an RGB value. I mean, that was an RGB light. But I can go ahead and let's see, increase it, there we go. Does this make it too bright? Should I decrease it? There we go. Okay, that's it. If you guys do enjoy my content, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, and notifications turn on. And if you guys do enjoy my content, live streams, videos, make sure to share my channel. Because like helps my algorithm sharing, makes you smile, and subscribe and get shared on top. That said, I did create 2 brand new channels, one called Viv Arcade, the other called Viv Works Out. Viv Arcade is specifically meant for my gaming content, and Viv Works Out is specifically meant for my workout content. Therefore, if you guys are interested in either one of those genres or categories and that you guys want to check those channels out, you guys can get access to both those channels through the link in the description, through my bio. Actually, through the link in the description or through my featured channel, which you guys can get in my homepage if you guys scroll all the way down. And if you guys do want to follow me in any of my socials, you guys can get access to all my socials through the link in the description, through my bio, or by typing !Discord on chat, all lowercase, no space. If the social exists, a link will pop up. If the social does not exist, a link will not pop up. That said, if you guys do want to follow me in my AI Engineering for 365 Days series, and that you guys want the roadmap that I'm currently using for this series, you guys can get access to that roadmap through my Discord server. If you guys either go to the Coding Helps chat, Python chat, or the general chat, mention my name there at VivUniverse, asking me for the roadmap, I will be personally DMing it to you guys. We're close to 200 members on the Discord, and you guys can get access to my Discord server through the link in the description, through my bio, or by typing !Discord on chat, all lowercase, no space. A link should pop up within 3 to 4 seconds. That said, I'll catch you guys next live stream or video. Peace. And we will be completing this freaking Project 2 by next stream, and starting Project 3 as well, hopefully. That's it, let's end the stream.